What's going on, everybody? It's Ron with Ron Comes in Handy, and we got a special project today. This is gonna be my first video on how to do some handyman work, and it has to deal with plumbing. So the story is that I work at a apartment complex, like I was saying, and we are renovating this apartment. And so this was carpet at one point. Now we have vinyl flooring, or LVT. And so what happens is that the thickness of the flooring goes down since it's LVT. It used to be thicker, but now it's thinner. And so what happens is that we have a toilet flange in the bathroom, and you can see right here where the previous base coat used to stop at, right here, how high it used to go. But now that we changed the flooring to LVT, it's lower now. And I'm guessing I didn't do this, but I'm guessing the contractors, they use the same base coat. And so now it's lower, and you can see where the other one's at. So I'm gonna have to sand this and patch it up, do some painting on this. But the real problem, what we have today is that we have a toilet flange that is not flush to the floor. So if I was to put this toilet back on this toilet flange, it will be wobbly. And there is a way to get, to make this work, is to put like 2 spacers underneath the toilet so it won't wobble, but we're gonna do it the correct way. So what this is a cast iron pipe with a flange on top of it. And what they do, these apartments were built in like 1964, I believe. So what they did back then was that you have a cast iron pipe, and then they get the flange that goes around the piping, and what they do to bound it together, they stuff it in with I believe it's this material, right? No, it's not that material. It's almost like it's hard to say, it's like a thread. It's called I forget what it's called, Oakum, something like that. And then they get melted, they melt the thread, and they put it in on top of it, and it creates this bond to where this doesn't move anymore. So now what I have to do, as you can see, I drilled all these holes in to try to unbond it, and then so I could take this flange off, and I'm gonna have to cut the pipe lower to put this new flange on. So let me see if this is moving so far. It's not moving. It's moving a little bit. So what I might have to do is I might have to cut this with my angle grinder to, breaking this up. So let's stand by and let's see what I can do. I think I went further enough. Still not moving. So you guys can see this stuff right here. This is that stuff that they packed it in with. This is not the wax ring. This is that stuff that goes over the lead. Maybe that still is lead. Actually, yeah, that still is lead. So slowly but surely, I'm getting there. All right, so this is the stuff right here. It's called Oakum. That's what it's called. So they stuff the Oakum right in here. They put the lead on top of it, and it creates a bond. So this is the old flange right here. So now what I gotta do is I gotta make this shorter. So I'm gonna cut this down. So what I'm doing, I'm cutting like a reference line to see how far I should go down or cut across. So So you can see I cut right here. I'm cutting down probably to like the ground, and then I'm gonna cut across. This is just a reference line. I'm gonna do it on all like 4 sides, and I'm just gonna do it across. And this is loud. I got my angle grinder with was like a steel blade. It shows right here that this is cut through like tile, masonry, brick. So that's what I'm using. And I got some. I went and grabbed some ear plugs because this is pretty loud. Now I'm gonna go across. All right, so we got it down. It's a little bit below the floor, which is fine. We're gonna put this in there. This part's gonna sit flush with the floor. And then once we tighten these insides right here, once we tighten this, or we twist each of these, and it's going to expand this, and it's going to act like a gasket. So this will make it tight inside the pipe. Nice. So that's flush against the floor right there. All right. So test fit. Everything's good. I'm gonna use my vacuum, my shop vac, to get out any debris that might have fell in there, because you don't want that flushing out your pipes. Might cause clogs or damages. So yep, just get a shop vac and yep, suck it up. All right. So now I'm gonna put this guy back in. Let's see. And we want to do it you gotta keep in mind that you want this straight. These to be parallel to each other, going to the wall, because this is where you're gonna put your screws in or your bolts in for the toilet. So you don't want them sideways, you want to put them just like this. And then they have some screw holes right here, so you can screw these down into the floor. Alright guys, real quick note, I had to adjust the flange because these weren't lining up correctly. You want to make sure these are like straight like that, because when you put the toilet on, the toilet's gonna go right on top of these, and I had them like crooked, and the toilet would have been crooked too, or I would have adjusted these. So make sure these line up correctly. Alright, so it's a 3/16 Allen wrench for these guys. So I'm gonna make sure I keep everything equal, which means I'm gonna spin this 3 times, each of them 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. This side. 1, 2, 3. This side. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now I'm about to just go and do 2 of them each. This one, so I'll get more. All right. Now just make sure everything's tight. Alright, that one's good and snug. This one could use a little bit more turning. That's not going nowhere, so I don't think I need to screw any of these down. You can if you want. I'm not going to this time because this is pretty firm, is in there. And then that's it. That's how you change your cast iron flange to a PVC. Oops. Next video, I might as well just do a video on how to install a toilet. So, yep, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and ask any questions you guys have about this certain video or what I did, what you were clear on if I wasn't clear. So yeah, see you guys later.